Hi, welcome to my video on compounding interest. And compounding interest is interest that you get on your money after a period of time, and then the interest is added on, and then it's compounded again for the next period of time. So let's find the rate, and the rate R, which is the annual rate, is divided by the number of times. So that's the number of times. So let's work out some examples. 12% annually compounded semi-annually. So the number is 12 months. And semi-annually is every 6 months, so it's compounded twice. So the rate divided by n is 12% divided by 2 gives you 6% every 6 months. Quarterly is every 3 months, so it's 12 divided by 3. It happens 4 times. So the rate divided by n is 12% divided by 4, which gives you 3%. Every 4 months, n is 12 divided by 4. So it happens 3 times. So the rate divided by n, so 12 divided by 3, you get 4% interest every 4 months. And every month, n is 12 divided by 1. Every month, 1 month, so it happens 12 times in a year. So the rate divided by n, 12% interest divided by 12 months. So you get 1% interest each month. Weekly is 52 weeks, and for every week, so it happens if you get your interest weekly, you get your interest 52 times. So the rate divided by n is 12% divided by 52, so you get 0.23% each week. And daily, there are 365 days in a year, and daily is going to happen once, so it happens 365 times during the year. So that's your rate divided by n. So your rate is 12% divided by 360. I was thinking about weeks then. 365 days in a year. And that gives you 0.033%. Use your calculator. 12 divided by 365. And don't forget, you can pause your video. The annual rate compounded every 2 months. So your number is 12 every 2 months. So it happens 6 times. So your rate divided by 6 is the rate divided by n. Let's put an n there. So it's 8% divided by 6. So you get 4/3%, or 1 1/3. And n down here every month, it's 12 months, and it's going to happen every month 1. So it happens 12 times. So rate divided by n is 8% divided by 12. And that 4 into 12 goes 2. 4 into 12 goes 3. So you get 2/3% every month. Semi-annually, the number of times, you got 12 months. Semi-annually is 6 months. So semi-annually, you're getting it compounded twice. So the rate divided by n. So it's 8% divided by 2. So you get 4% interest on your money every 6 months. Okay, let's continue. Let's look at the formula for this compounding. Formula for compounding interest: A is the amount after 2 years, and small a is the initial amount that we start with. R is the annual rate of interest. N is the number of times compounded, and T is the number of years. So let's try some problems. And we got 10,000. So A is 10,000 compounded annually. Okay, so that means if it's compounded annually, we have every year, and the time is 4 years, and the rate is 6% annual rate, and the number of times is compounded annually, so the number is 12 months, and it's happening every 12 months. It's only compounded once. So the formula A equals A 1 plus R divided by N, and N times T. So we have $10,000. 1, R is 6%, and it's compounded once, and it's 1 times 4. So we have $10,000. 1 plus 6%. 1 times 4 is 4. So it's $10,000. And 6% is 0.06, so it's 1.06 to the 4. Use your calculator and you'll get 12,624.77. And the answer to the nearest dollar is 12,625. $12,625. And let's try another one. We have $500 earns interest every 2 months. If the annual interest is 6%, find the amount after 3 years. So again, we have A to be $500. It's every 2 months, so N is 12 months, and every 2 months, so it's going to happen 6 times. So the annual rate is 6%, and the time is 3 years. So the formula, large A, small a, 1 is the rate divided by N, and it's NT. So we have $500, 1, and the rate is 6%, divided by 6, and it's 6 is the number of times, N is number, and T is 3, so $500, 6% divided by 6 is 1%, and it happens 18 times. So you think if it happens every 2 months, then it's going to happen 6 times, so 6 into 6% makes sense, we get 1%. So it's $500. 1% is decimal. 1% is 0.01. So 1 add on 0.1 is 1.01 raised to the 18 power. Use your calculator, you get a 598.07. And so the answer, again, to the nearest dollar is 598. Okay, let's continue. Another problem. Don't forget to pause the video and work these out. And this is meant to be, I want to change this right here now to 1.04. 1.04. Keep it a small integer instead of 10. I want 1.04. Find to the nearest dollar $20,000 invested at 1.04% annually, compounded weekly for 2 years. So let's see what happens. We have A to be $20,000. We have our rate. Our annual rate is 1.04%. And the number of times, we have 52 weeks in a year, and it's compounded weekly, so it's going to be, during the year, it's going to happen 52 times, one for each week. And it's going to happen for 2 years. So we have large A, small a, 1. We have the rate divided by N, and we M times T. So we have $20,000. 1. R is 1.04%. And it's going to be divided by 52 weeks. And 52 weeks in a year times 2 years, so that gives us $20,000. And you take a calculator and you take 1.04. Let's change it first so we don't get mixed up. 0.0104 over 52. 52 times 2 is 104, so 52 times a year times 2 years is 104. So that's $20,000. And if we divide decimal 0.104 by 52, it gives us 0.002 to the 104. So we have $20,000, and 1 added on is 0.002 to the 102. Sub that in your calculator. Notice I simplified the percent first to a decimal, and then I divide it, so you can see I won't get mixed up. So that works out to be 20,420.31. And it says to the nearest dollar, so the answer is $20,420. Now we have another little problem here. This shows you about compounding interest. A company presented a wage packages to their employees. Package A was current wage of $15, 4% annual compounded every 6 months for 3 years. And the other package is the same wage of $15, but is 3% annually compounded every 4 months for 3 years. So notice it's 3 years for each of these. Same wage, but is compounded different. So which package is better and by how much? So let's figure out package A first. So package A had, both of them had $15, and it had interest rate. The annual interest rate was 4%, and it's compounded every 6 months, so the number is 12 divided by 6, so it's compounded twice, and the time is 3 years. So we have A, small a, 1, rate divided by n, and n times t. So we have $15, 1, the rate is 4%, divided by the number of times is 2, and 2 times the number of years, 3. So this formula is 15, 1 plus 4% for every 6 months, ends up to be 2% every 6 months. And twice a year for 3 years gives us 6, so it's $15. And 2% is decimal 0.02, 6 power, so 15, 1.02 to the 6th, and sub that in your calculator and work it out, and you'll get $16.89. So let's work out package B. Package B had the same hourly wage of 15, but the annual rate was 3%, and it's compounded every 4 months, so it's 12 divided by 4, which was 3 times, and the rate, the time, was 3 years. So A equals small a, 1 plus r divided by n, and n times t. So we have $15, 1, and the rate was 3%, compounded, the number of times is 3, and it's 3 times 3, so we get 15, so that's 1. You get 3% 3 times, so it's 1%, and it happens every 4 months, so that's 3 times a year, so that's 9 times, because it's 3 times 3. Just trying to explain that it happens every 4 months, it's 3 times a year, times 3 is 9, so just to make sure everything's going okay. So $15, 1% is decimal 0.01, 9th power. So that's $15, 1.01 to the 9th power. And that gives us roughly $16.41, $16.41. And you can see that A, the better package, gives you a better hourly wage. Better package is A, and we take the 16.89 and subtract the 16.41, and you'll get 0.48. So you get decimal 48 cents or decimal 48 of a dollar. So package A is the better package. So that's a little bit on explaining about compound interest, and hopefully you understand about the compound interest. Don't forget the formula for compound interest: A times 1 bracket 1 plus R over N bracket to the power of N times T. And if you like my video, click the like button, click the subscribe button. If you're not a subscriber, visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com, to find more information about me, my videos, and the content. That's the content on my YouTube package called Math Fully Explained. Thank you for viewing my video. Hope the video was of some help to you. Bye-bye.